Yeah, this problem is about checking for the violation of thermodynamic laws. A heat pump which operates in a cycle extracts heat energy from a cold reservoir and supplies the same amount of energy to the hot reservoir. It is taking some energy, the same energy is rejected out. Which of the following is true? Some energy is taken and it is rejected out. Does it violate the first law? Because what it says for the first law, whatever the energy balance is there, or is what is taken, it is rejected. So it doesn't make any say anything wrong. So because it is taken, some amount of energy is taken from cold reservoir, the same amount of energy is given to the hot reservoir. The heat balance is, otherwise energy balance is valid. Otherwise this process doesn't violate first law. There is first law violation, there is no. First law is valid. First law is not violated. How about the second law? What is the second law statement? Second law statement says for taking heat from a cold reservoir, or for rejecting heat from a cold reservoir, definitely we need to have a work. Or is taking heat and to which work, then only you can reject to the surrounding. Or is heat, this first statement, from the cold reservoir, heat is taken and it is the same amount is rejected to the hot reservoir. What is the overall process? Simply the heat flows from low to high spontaneously. That is the meaning of that. Without any work intervention, the process is happening. So which is first law doesn't say anything. First law says like heat is taken and heat is rejected out. So heat Q in equal to Q out, and there is no work involved in this process. So Q equal to Q in. So delta U is simply the zero. Delta U is simply zero. That is fine. Which is saying like, and again delta U equal to Q plus W, and Q one is it is taken and it is going out. So Q is also net heat is zero, and W is also zero. Sorry, according to first law, this process is possible. Whereas second law says from this is coming like a rejection of taking of removal of heat from low to high. The heat is flowing from low to high without any extra device, which is not possible. This is violating second law, but not the first law. The process violates second law, but not the first law. How to make the process that also not to violate second law? Suppose the heat is flowing from high to low. High to low, it can flow. The second law is not violated. So second, suppose there is a heat reservoir from which there is a heat you are taking out this amount that is given to the cold reservoir. That is possible. So that process doesn't violate second law as well as first law. Otherwise, the second law is now coming into picture about to whether the process, the direction of the process, which direction the process will proceed. From high temperature to low temperature, heat flow is spontaneous. From low temperature to high temperature, there needs a work. So what happens? Taking a heat by the amount QC, to that work is added by W. So your QH will be QC plus W. So otherwise, you take a heat of by the amount QC, to which add a work of W, that is going to be rejected as QH. Otherwise, QH will be actually higher than QC. You take a heat of QC, to which add work, and QH will be higher than QC. Otherwise, there is a work term coming in. Only with work term, then only the process will possible. Whereas the direction, if it is reversed, so if you are taking heat from a high temperature and giving that heat, okay, it doesn't violate first law as well as second law.